Welcome to Analog Archaeology. And what you see here in the middle of the screen is the very first synthesizer that I ever built. And therefore I've called it the Zerosynth. And what I'm going to do today is use some test equipment from, well, I think it's the 70s and the 60s really, especially the big machine on the right back of the image. You see a very big gray machine, which I've called the Behemoth. And the Behemoth is a machine that is used to make very accurate frequencies, and it's a test equipment which I'm going to use in its original function together with my oscilloscope, which is I think from the 70s or maybe the 80s. And what I'm trying to do is I try to tune my synthesizer to the correct notes, but I didn't really have luck with that because I used a very crude potentiometer to set the frequencies, so I can't get it exactly right. So my idea was that I would try to connect my synthesizer to my oscilloscope, simultaneously connect the Behemoth to this oscilloscope, and then sort of calibrate the frequencies next to each other so I can be absolutely sure that I have exactly the right frequency. But I can also tell you right now that I didn't succeed in doing that, mainly because I didn't have the right connectors, so there was just no option for me to connect all equipment together on the oscilloscope simultaneously. Yeah, first try, well, it went how it went. Here you can hear me play a tune called Father Jacob, at least in Dutch that's what it's called, and it looks like I'm playing around, but I'm not really a musician. So I need a song that makes me recognize the notes properly, because I can hear if a note is more or less correct, but I need a song to hear that. So that's why I'm playing this tune.
Je kunt echt de pulse modulation zien.
And here you can see what kind of a newbie I really am, because I was laughing because I realized I can actually see the pulse width modulation on my oscilloscope, which is really nothing special. I mean, that's what the oscilloscope is for, you think, but yeah, you can actually see it happening on the screen. And here you can see the sign that the Behemoth puts out, which of course officially it's not called the Behemoth, it's a Rohde Schwartz video breitband Messsender, and I bought it because Heinbach made a video about Rohde Schwartz, and I was so enthusiastic that I immediately bought the first Rohde Schwartz that I found on the internet, which is a completely different machine with a different function, and also about 20 pounds heavier than the machine that Heinbach got. So it was really an awful thing to get in the house, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep it, but it's fun to experiment right now. Oops, the voltage is going way high. Yeah, I had some problems with it. I'm not sure if it's still as stable as it used to be. And I guess that's the moment when I realized that buying a Rohde Schwartz does not transform you into a Heinbach automatically. I'm in a really steep learning curve here. I'm really not sure what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. And after that, I just decided to give up and to just have some more fun by playing the very first bass line that I ever played on keys. And there it is, my very first Analog Archaeology homemade synthesizer test equipment experiment.